Welcome back, everybody. We are back with another Bob Dylan song, which we were blown away from the first time that we heard Bob Dylan. This request comes out from Sam. Again, Sam, you're like an OG member of this channel, so thank you so much for your support. Here's your request. We got a lyric video to The Times They Are A-Changin'. All right, I am excited. You know, the first one that I heard, the last reaction, really blew me away with the topics that he was singing about, and I feel like it could definitely very well be applied today. So that was exciting. And I want to say thank you guys for engaging with the comments and stuff like that. It was really nice hearing from all your guys' opinions. I don't know what to expect if this is the theme that Bob Dylan does, you know. But we'll find out. Only one way, and that is to press play. So again, Sam, shout out to you. Thank you so much, and let's get it going.
Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you better start swimming or you'll sink like a stone, or the times they are a-changin'.
I love the harmonica. Yeah, fun fact that I do enjoy a harmonica. Is this about the getting drenched, like adapting? It's kind of the what I'm picking up on already. Times are changing. If you don't learn to swim, you'll sink. It's about adapting. So far it's what I'm picking up on. I'll let him carry on, but I like it.
Some writers and critics who prophesize with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. Was the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changin'.
For the loser now will win. Like, I love that. I love that. Right? Anything can change in a heartbeat. And you know, they always say there's a saying that the last will become first. So that kind of reference is the loser will soon become a winner. All about the timing, right? All about timing. There is a time and place. One day you can be on top, and the next you'll be at bottom, and those that are at the bottom, one day we will come up on top. All about the time. I love this.
Senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, for he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. The battle outside raging will soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changin'. Mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend your hand, for the times they are a-changin'.
Love that. I love that. Basically saying, if you're not here, right, you're lending hand, your road is aging. You can't command your kids anymore because, you know, they grow up differently, and eventually everything does kind of phase out. So what could be applied to us now can't. Those same rules don't apply to us when the next generation fully comes in. You know what I mean? I love that. I love that. So either get out of the way, or basically, again, the theme of adaptation comes into play. And it's just the cycle. It's a cycle of life. One day we could be at the bottom, and, you know, the life around us is one way, and the older we get, sometimes people see the world still in that view, in that paradigm. Almost they get stuck in it thinking the world isn't shifting because they're not shifting with it. They just assume the world works in that paradigm, and it doesn't. The world is always changing. We have to learn to adapt with it, and if not, we're kind of a hindrance at that point. We are not beneficial at that point. So when he said in the beginning, when you have to admit that the water is raging or water is rising, something like that, we just have to admit that the world does change, and we either choose to change with it. And the more we stay stuck in it, thinking the world is only one way, that's just not beneficial, and it's not true. The world is always shifting. Question is, are you gonna shift with it? And if not, are you really gonna be helping society that way? Hmm. Hmm.
The line it is drawn, the curse it is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changin'.
Oh no, it's over. It's funny, he kind of mentioned everything I had said. The first will not be last. I love that. I absolutely love that. That's the real circle of life, right? It just it goes by so fast. And before I carry on with that theme that I mentioned earlier, I do want to talk about how he said congressmen and senators don't block the hall. You know, I feel like the problem with that, again, it can be applied to modern day. I mean, it doesn't matter that don't get in our way. Yet a lot of the congressmen and senators think in a certain way, and I'm not calling anyone out specifically. This is just how I see it as a whole. They are stuck in their own paradigm that they try to tell us to conform to their way of thinking. Doesn't work that way. They're not changing with the times. So they are in our way. They are in our way. They are blocking the hall because they want us to conform to that mentality rather than let's find a way to, I've been using the word adapt a lot, but let's find a way to assimilate in what the modern world is today, and then find a solution that fits best for that situation. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We just have to find compromise. Nobody's compromising anymore. And if we're all just stuck in our ways and our way of life, then our way of thinking becomes stinted. And the times are changing, and we're just going to be stuck in the past. When he said the present will now be the past, it just shows you like life really does move by so quick. And it's true. Like, we don't know where we're going to be from. This is what I love about Bob Dylan so far, okay? Like, listen to the things we're talking about. Great topics, right? But it's timeless. His words can be applied to now, to like 1800s, to our future. It's timeless, and it can always be applied. This is why his music, I think, is going to live on forever and ever and ever, generations way down the line, even way past us, because it can be applied to anything. But these are the things that we're facing. People have an idea, and when you make up the idea of how the world works, how you think it is because of how you were raised or whatever external factors may be, that becomes our shapes our way of thinking. And if we have this idea of what our way of thinking is, if we don't wake up and see the world around us is rapidly changing, it's a problem because we won't adapt. You don't really see how the world works. It's stinted. You got horse blinders on. You know what I mean? And therefore, do you really see the world for what it is? No, you're living in your own world, but it's party of one. Got to see the world from every perspective. You have to understand that even if it's things you like and you don't like, the world changes. Eventually, we do fade out. It's the cycle. What we think now is not going to apply to us 10 years from now, because who knows where this world's going to be 10 years from now. Do you know what I mean? All around, great song. That was catchy. I love the harmonica. It just, he writes and it's poetry. It really is poetry. But I want to know what you guys thought about this one. What did you think about this one? What was the overall theme that you picked up on, or anything else you guys want to discuss? Write that down in the comments below. Sam, once again, I appreciate you so much. And if you all haven't already, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you all back here on the next one.